too. Knows about the grind, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. Some Stu Love, hey? Digging the deal?
Yeah.
Some Stu Love. Let's go. Some Stu Love for Stewie Skins. Stuart Skinner. What a goaltender. Ow! Stu Love.
Pickard's back.
Who gets to start a game for?
Yeah. Calvin Pickard. Undefeated, man.
Unfreaking defeated. Welcome to EST Afternoon here on Edmonton Sports Talk, of course, presented by Play Alberta. It's time to turn up the fun with the all-new Play Alberta app, your digital destination for casino, live dealers, lottery instants, and, of course, sports betting. New players can get started with a $100 casino bonus by depositing $20 with promo code 100casino or a $100 free bet using 100 Sports. Play smart, play local, and don't forget to use your game sense. Thank you for joining us, whether it's the audio stream on iHeart, TuneIn Radio apps, or EdmontonSportsTalk.com, or if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, that is lovely as well. Slam that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we want to hear from you on the River Korean Box, 780-218-9999. Joaquin, Gage, Zach Kubish, Hernan, Salas here with you. Lots to get to today. We're going to break down what we saw yesterday, Joaquin. We watched the game together.
We did.
It was great.
You didn't seem too happy about it.
No, it was fantastic. Always like having company. We'll get to inside the numbers as well. We'll recap the Edmonton Elks' first preseason game. Maybe some NBA playoffs. We do have a pair of Stingers tickets to give away today. We're going to have some trivia. So that's going to be fun. And what a week in motorsports. The Indy 500, the Coca-Cola 600, and of course the Monaco Grand Prix. We'll get to all of that. It's just going to be us. We're raw dogging it today. Tried to get a few guests, but no responses on a Monday. Mondays are tough, bro.
Well, I mean, everything. Roland Garros, the clay started.
Oh, yeah, good
right?
call. USA wins the Hockey World
Championships. Yeah, on 3-on-3 and OT against Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So that was encouraging for the US, I guess, after that massive loss in the Four Nations. Something to feel better about themselves.
We just had the champ in the studios.
Yeah, we had the champ. And the Oilers find themselves in a real good position. We got I might as well let people know now. I'm slinging dogs on Friday.
I might be there.
Are you going to be there?
I might be there. I might come see you for a free dog.
Gosh.
Is that cool?
Well, at least with you I can spice it up a little, you know? Do you like a little spice in your dog?
Of course.
Okay. I'll take care of you, buddy.
There's nothing like a glizzy at a football game, my friend.
Oh.
Nothing like a glizzy.
Oh, it's going to be hot, too.
What's your favorite food at a sporting event?
My favorite food? I don't know.
Like Oiler games, it's gotten really bougie. You can get like
my God. You should see how bougie it is.
You can get like pierogies now and like a bougie poutine, and you can get like just different kind of things. But I'm old school. I like my hot dogs.
You like a $45 hot dog.
Maybe some nachos, some jalapenos on them.
Yeah.
And some dirty cheese.
Yeah.
Not enough donairs at sports games, especially around here.
I don't know if I'd want to eat a donair at a sporting event.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
It's too messy.
You know what, though? At the Elks games, there is a donair sandwich that you can get. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the Oilers send them out they shoot them into the crowd and during playoffs.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I don't trust anything shot out of a cannon.
And
food-wise.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think a donair is a good arena stadium food.
No. Because when I'm on the panel with Gene, I'm in that theater section at Rogers, and it's ridiculous because it's kind of like a buffet.
Yeah.
And at the end, there's like either lamb or prime rib or a big whatever, like ribs. But then everything else, like there's a big, huge sushi portion and like it's so extravagant that I cannot believe what's actually out there. It's awesome. I can't have any though.
Do you like popcorn?
At
an event.
I don't like popcorn anywhere else but a movie. It seems like
me too. I'm kind of weird that way.
Yeah.
For me, it's a hot dog or the dirty nachos you get at a stadium.
You know what? I never really knew how good it was, but taco in a bag.
It's good, man.
It's really good, man.
Just, like you get it at K-Days. It's so damn expensive, but it's
dude. It's so easy to make too. And I've thought about this for a while. Just go get a massive bag of Doritos and then just cook some ground beef, put the taco seasoning, and then just throw it all in there. So it's great. Like I can't believe how many we sell at those at Commonwealth.
That's crazy. The colossal onion. You ever had that?
From like
K-Days?
Oh no, I haven't had that at K-Days. K-Days is way too expensive for me.
Well, because I worked with the Elks for the last 3 years, so I never really ate there, right? Like we'd have our pregame meals with the staff. But it was funny because some players would run up and get a hot dog.
Were they?
Before warm-ups, right? But yeah, I think hot dog and a beer is the best combo at a outdoor stadium.
Oh, yeah. When the sun is shining outside, colossal dog with a beer. Perfect.
Is there tailgating Friday? But yeah, why wouldn't there be? The game. So I'm pretty
Will there be?
I can double check with my boys down there.
I would check, but I'm sure why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Because people get those sites already booked, right?
Yeah,
so they're probably doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one says, the People's Eyebrow says, I'm too picky. I only like cheese, meat, and sauce on my doner. Is this Dusty? So I probably couldn't eat the doner, Canon doner. That's true because they probably put lettuce, tomato, onion.
Yeah, because the ones in Commonwealth anyway, they're like pita. It's more like a folded pizza. With pita on top, but then it's like the tomatoes, onions.
I'm not picky, but I don't like lettuce on my doners. Mm-hmm. I like lettuce, but I just don't like it on my doner. Are you a lettuce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dusty, you a lettuce guy on your doner? No, I guess.
Dusty just gets the doner meat and the sauce.
Yeah. On cheese. Cheese.
Oh boy. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure there's tailgating, but I'll send one of the guys down there a quick message and see if they can get back to me as well. There is some Elks news as well we'll get to. I got a few things to say about that as well. But Gager, we watched the game together yesterday. We did pre and post game with Tommy. Outside of the second period, really good by Dallas. Stuart Skinner stood on his head, kept the team in it. Well, they were still leading at that point, but you know what I mean. But the Oilers in the third were able to find their groove again. 6-1 game. A lot of people are saying it wasn't a 6-1 game. Sure, fair enough, but I still think the Oilers were the better team for the majority of that game.
I don't understand why they say it wasn't a 6-1 game, right? Like, and again, if you look at the other series, those first two periods were close until the floor. Was that not a 5-1 game too? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a 6-1 game, then that shouldn't have been the score at the end of the game. Oilers took advantage of their chances.
And it's not like they got any freebies.
No, it was highly skilled plays. Like the Hyman goal for the pass from Evander Kane. Like, that's not the greatest sauce. It's almost like a reverse sauce pass. Yeah. That thing is not the perfect spiral, but for the amount of skill on Hyman to time it right out of the air, basically on the stick, and go shelf with it. That's they took advantage of it. Great goal.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Skinner was great. Nugent Hopkins I thought was fantastic. Like Zach Hyman, unreal yesterday. I thought Stetcher was good. The big boys showed up. Connor McDavid finally shooting. Amazing what he does when he shoots the damn puck into the net. He is just fantastic. The bad news, Connor Brown looks like he's going to be out. We will hear from Chris Knobblock here shortly, and Matthias Ekholm. A lot of news surrounding that player, if he's going to be ready for tomorrow. And we'll wait and see what both had to say. Frederick and RNH both took a beating as well. I mean, Frederick got cross-checked into the net, no penalty. Like, that was ridiculous.
That was brutal.
But both guys were skating today. Bouchard, Wallman, and Stuart Skinner were not on the ice, but it was confirmed it was just rest days. So we'll see. But Connor Brown, Knobblock did say he was out for tomorrow. So probably Arvidsson. Or they might go 11-7, Joaquin, if Mr. the Viking returns, because you don't want to risk it going with 6. I know you brought that up yesterday on the post-game show. It's going to be interesting. We're going to get to all that. But there's something that's concerning me if I was a Dallas Stars fan. I did not like their body language yesterday, and it started early.
That's what we talked about. Like, that's what we were seeing, right?
Like, after the goal, even the first goal, like, it's just a look of defeat. I think after the second, there was one play behind the net. Thomas Harley, he was in a scrum, and a couple others had their glove in the face. And what surprised me, no one came to help, and then he just skated away.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted no part of that. That shows to me, like, oh, boy, like, I don't know if the others are in their head or these guys just have lost kind of a little bit of that will to compete in the physicality department. But, Gager, did you pick up what we were talking about was the body language of the Dallas Stars? They look defeated.
Well, there was a point in the third period where, is it Bissell? Bissell's his name? Bishel trying to take, I just want to touch on the cross check. Dirty play. Should have been a penalty.
100%.
But I wish his line to the net was more going towards Ottinger, because accidentally on purpose, whatever. That's what I would do in those cases, especially against a player like that. If he's going to do that and you're going to hit me that close to the net, I'm sorry, but I'm going to run into your goaltender at that point. So it's I didn't like that play. And getting to Ottinger, the McDavid goal, the 3-1 goal, you saw that go over the blocker, and it's a weird shot. He used the screen well, and I think his stick kind of got hit trying to block it too. He looked visibly like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me, right? So you look down at the other end, you see your counterpart essentially stopping everything.
Yeah.
And then a quick little play, you're looking at the clock, you're saying to yourself, okay, let's shut the door here. We're in good shape. We're dominating. We can get to this third and hopefully get the tying goal early and go from there. And all of a sudden, within the last 5 minutes of a period, allowing goals is killer, especially in that but just the look how he responded after that went in, right? He was just like, ugh. Gosh, so his body language wasn't great.
Yeah.
And I think he's at the point where he has to start building his game back up to get some confidence, because he's been getting. I'm not saying it's his fault, because the Oilers are scoring good goals, but he's getting beat clean by a lot of these shots.
9-1 in the last 2 games. And listen, Dallas, I think from here on in, they're going to bring their best game. But if the Oilers can match them with their best game, the Oilers are going to go through here. I don't see a way for Dallas unless, and I said it yesterday on the pregame show, I don't see a way for Dallas unless Ottinger steals the series. Because
it'd be so hard, man. You don't, as a goalie, he might be able to steal 1.
Yeah.
But 3?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because special teams, now Dallas hasn't scored in back-to-back games on the power play. The Oilers are getting theirs. Special teams, to me, is not a way you're going to win this. And 5-on-5, outside of 26 minutes in this series, 3 games in, it's been all Oilers. And that's the reality of it. That's not being a homer. That's, if you've watched all 3 games, that's the reality of the situation. Dallas has played 26 good minutes, and the rest has been all Edmonton Oilers. I just don't see how this happens. I truly don't.
You saw at the end, like their third D pairing playing tons, right? Do you think, like, they don't play as much in most cases? Do you think that's one of the areas that the reason why they can't handle the Oilers? Because they basically only play 4D.
Well, it's the same situation that we've seen with every team. Well,
not
Vegas, but LA. I think they play their third pair a little bit more. They had, who was it? Bougie and Petrovic. Yeah, they get caught. I mean, Petrovic is the one that knocked Connor Brown out of the game.
Yeah, and look, I'm not too upset with that one. I think he had good intentions with that hit, although it just turned in and is unfortunate shoulder to head.
It's fine. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Let's quickly, before we get to break, listen to Chris Knobblock. We're only going to play about just over 3 minutes of him, maybe a little bit less. We just get to the important details here. This was asked by Matthias Ekholm. Here is Matthias Ekholm.
I mean, I like this. I feel really good. Whether I think it's imminent, I think it's going to be soon at least, and whether it's tomorrow or the next game or whatever it is, I'm happy with my body. I'm happy the way I feel, and really excited about where the team's at and how they're playing. So, yeah, excitement.
The fact that the team is leaning 2-1, is it giving you maybe the luxury of being more patient?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if we were down 3-0, it would have been a different situation. So I think so. It does a little bit, but at the same time, when I'm healthy, I obviously want to get back, and it's not just to go back either. Like you probably need a couple of shifts or so to feel calm and whatnot. So it's obviously a little bit of a balance. It's not that I can sit here and wait for a clinching game in the Stanley Cup final, per se, or in the series to just jump in and be great. Like, it's going to be a process. So it's a bit of a balance of feeling good, giving it time, but also knowing that time is maybe not of the essence at this point. So
You spoke the other day about how well the defense is playing without you. So whenever you do come in, how do you not screw this up?
Yeah, valid point. I mean, you look at Stetcher right now, he's playing unbelievable. John and all these guys have come in and they play really well. Stu obviously plays well too, so we'll add that extra pressure obviously, but at the same time, I mean, I knew that my injury wasn't going to be second round at all. I knew at the very, very, very earliest it was third round, and if you're in the third round, your team's not playing bad. There's nobody that's a passenger at that point, so that's nothing that is surprising to me. I'm more happy that the D-Corps has played really well and have been throughout the whole playoffs. And when and if it's not my decision at the end of the day, it's obviously the coach and the management. But if I do come in, it's just a matter of keeping it simple and trying to fit in. I mean, I've played with these guys for a bit, so I do not worry too much about that. But guys have been playing great, and I'm really happy to see how D-Corps has handled everything so far.
All right, that's Matthias Ekholm says he's ready to go. Great question. Like, how do you not screw this up? And it's great. And he brought up Stetcher because he knows he's probably the guy that's going to be out here. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I mean, listen, and I know chemistry and all that comes in, but you're not leaving Matthias Ekholm if he's ready to go out of the lineup. He is far too important. He is their best defenseman. It's not even close. So I don't care what it does to the lineup. If he's ready to go, you play him. Yeah.
Really?
Like, we're not talking about like a Stetcher or an Embers. We're talking about Matthias freaking Ekholm. Their best defenseman. Good on the PK. Good 5-on-5. Like, I understand. Like, yeah, Stetcher's been good, but in the finals, who do you want, Stetcher or Ekholm? I don't even think it's a question. It's Ekholm. And if he says he's good, I mean, you got to take him for his word, right?
I see. This is when Maddie came out of the office screaming at us. But part of me is don't mess with what works, right?
He works.
Okay. This is why I brought up the 11-7. So if it doesn't work and he's struggling, which it's going to be tough, right? Like, you haven't
100%.
played in a long time. You're in the third round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. These are a bunch of the hockey that's being played right now. It's at such a high level, like where these guys are at. And I just like the battle of Stetcher. I think that pairing of Nurse and Stetcher, it's been surprising, you know?
Yeah, I just listen, and I get it. They're all valid points, but and listen,
I know what you're saying too. Like, he's awesome.
Yeah, no one's 100% on the Oilers. Not in the third round of the playoff. He's going to come in and listen, he's not jumping into the third round against the Dallas Stars if he's not good to go. Listen, and there is a risk. Of course, he can re-aggravate. Who knows when everything's flying for real, right? Because practice is practice. You can't compare it to the game. I get that, but I just think it's one of those. And someone said take Wallman out. I'm not taking Wallman out.
No, I mean, what a luxury right now where the Edmonton Oilers defensive core is at a point that you have their best one out and you're thinking, well, do I really want to mess with the chemistry or not? Yeah. It's crazy that you have, and you just, I mean, obviously he's going to get back in because he's so good, but just to have that thought cross your mind is depth at the defensive position where the Oilers are at right now, which is a luxury that most other teams do not have.
You know what we're going to do, Hawk?
No, I have no idea.
We're going to ask our audience. Let us know on the Nasty Chat or the River Cree inbox. 780-218-9990. Matthias Ekholm is good to go. Do you play him tomorrow, or do you stick with what you have because you don't want to ruin the chemistry, what they have? They've been playing so damn well since Game 3 of the LA series. Where do you stand on that? Listen, and Matthias Ekholm could be ready for the finals if that's the case. But let us know. Do you want him in no matter what, or do you want it to be like, hey, take an extra few days and we'll reassess come the Stanley Cup Finals? That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons. Tons of sports talk to get to. There's lots going on around the sports world as well. Hit that thumbs up like always, and don't be like our good buddy Reed says, don't be a pleasure delayer, and just hook us up. A fun sponge. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Tap 25 Restaurant. It's 50% off the entire menu, available 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. More Oilers on the way here on EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk. Here's Coupe Sports Update.
Oilers head coach Chris Knobblock gave some injury updates, saying Calvin Pickard and Matthias Ekholm are saying that Calvin Pickard has a possibility to serve as backup tomorrow, while Ekholm remains day-to-day. Out east, the Panthers look to sweep the Canes tonight, but will play Game 4 without Nico Mikkola, Sam Reinhart, or AJ Greer, with all players out day-to-day. Meanwhile, OKC and Minnesota tip off in Game 4. T-Wolves trailing 2-1 in that series. Minnesota taking Game 3 by a score of 143-101. From Indiana, superstar Caitlin Clark is out at least 2 weeks for the Fever with a quad strain, with it being unknown when the injury was sustained. And after being smacked 13-0 in their series closer against the Rays yesterday, the Jays take on the Rangers with first pitch just after 2. Kevin Gausman starts for Toronto. Right now, there's 4 games underway in baseball. Tigers leading 3-1 over the Giants in the bottom of the 8th inning, while midway through the 5th, it's the Brewers up 1-0 on the Red Sox. More Oilers discussion on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
2 guys and a goalie.
Did Draisaitl not look so much better in the first 40 minutes last night?
Way better. Now, he still has that one turnover, leads to that again goal against, which wasn't great. Didn't love that play, but as far as his ability to dominate and to control the puck and to control the game and the pace of the game, he looked way better. So, I mean, if he's at that level the entirety of the series, I can't see them losing.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sunday through Thursday, 9 p.m. to close, head to The Banquet and dive into banquet burgers, sushi tacos, nachos, and more. Late night bites, big flavors, and epic deals. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Time out, Edmonton. The new Play Alberta app has arrived, and it's here to make your gambling experiences more fun, exciting, and secure. Enjoy the convenience of hundreds of casino games, betting live on your favorite sports teams, and access to lotteries all in one place, anywhere in Alberta. Enter code YEG50 to receive a $50 free bet when you make a $5 minimum deposit. That's a $50 free bet for new and existing users using code YEG50. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Keep your team jersey and rally towel close by and help bring the championship home. For all your other treasures, store them with Sentinel Storage. Store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Get your fix every single game with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas. Whether it's breaking down the starting lineup, predicting key matchups, or diving deep into the game's biggest moments, Tom and Hernan are here to give you the best insight and analysis in the city. After the final horn, get the breakdown of every key moment, performance, and player reactions. It's your one-stop shop for all things game day. Catch the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Chris, too quickly.
It's 1:27. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here live from the William Huff Studios in the west side of the city. Elks also making some news today. We'll get to that as well. Of course, talk a lot's going around the sports world. Motor racing weekend was amazing. If you're, it's weird to say that.
Monaco sucked.
Monaco sucked. We'll get to that too, though. I want to talk to Joaquin about a few things in that race, and we'll go from there. But before we get to a lot of messages coming in on should Ekholm be in next week? Next week. Next game, not next week. And a lot of good responses. Here's Chris Knobblock speaking with the media today.
Tell us, first of all, if you plan to play him tomorrow.
Still undecided. He's, like I said, he's still day to day, and we'll do what's best for our team and what's best for him.
And secondly, the fact that your team's playing well up 2-1 in this series, does that play a factor into when he comes back? If you guys were down 3-0, would you be more likely to put him back in tomorrow?
I don't know. I think that's a hypothetical question, so it's tough to answer that. I think we'd have more urgency, Yes, it gives us some cushion, but I think with Eki being the player that he is and what he can provide us, that when he is healthy, we'll put him in that lineup. But right now, I don't know. That's tough to answer.
Right side, second row, Tim.
Yeah, Chris, you did a great job against the Vegas scores and no goals, 2 assists. How much of your approach is trying to have him chasing around McDavid and or Draisaitl and not being in the offensive zone as much?
I think it's important, no matter who it is. Good defense is a good offense. The more time you spend in the offensive zone, and you want to do that with any player, it's more important against the best players and the other team's best offensive threats. Make them defend as much as we can, and when they're not defending, we have to do a good job defending him. And while no better 2 guys than Draisaitl and McDavid to have on the ice to defend, because obviously those guys are pretty good players who spend a lot of time in the offensive zone. So I think with our team, since I started coaching, really my emphasis has been a good defense is a good offense. And the more time you can spend in the offensive zone, more time that puck's on your stick. And that goes for, not making blind passes, not giving away the puck, quality breakouts, stuff like that. I think that's really important. And of course, the defensive part of it, where you are checking, is important. But, I think with this team, we've got a lot of good offensive players. They like to have the puck. So I think that's part of the reason why we're a good defensive team.
That was Chris Knobblock there. I got to say, Gage, I think my spidey senses are tingling. I think Ekholm plays tomorrow. He didn't commit to it. He said, we'll see what's the best move for the team.
Oh, no, he's not playing.
You don't think so?
No, you heard it right there at the beginning when he asked the question. He was, and then he stopped, and then he gave a long answer. He was about to say no.
Oh, okay. I missed that. that.
That's why I'm here, buddy.
Yeah, okay. Then, maybe they hold them out. Maybe if they win tomorrow, they're like, guys, we have 3 chances here. We can close these guys out. We give Matthias a little more
I don't even think if they were down 3-0 that he would play. You heard what he said. We're doing the best for our team and what's best for him. right? Like,
it's interesting, man. It's an interesting debate. So,
well, what? There's no reason to play him right now, though. I don't find that there's a reason. The PK seems to have, if they allowed a few power play goals yesterday, I might be, but it seems like they've cured that right now. They've figured something out on the PK that's given them some success. Now, the only way I'm looking at it is if the PK was struggling, you insert Ekholm back in at that point. That makes a little bit more sense to me to do, because obviously he's a massive man and a little bit more rangy, and can help in that regard, right? But
yeah. And because we're getting a lot of text, don't rush him back. But I don't think he's being rushed back. I think he's ready to go. And I think Knobblock just doesn't want to make the move and say maybe get a few more skates in, a few more practice. We're fine right now. I don't think, it'd be different if they were really struggling and down 2-1. Then that's rushing him back when he's not ready.
Yeah.
I think he's fine.
I think one more game. If he's really ready to go, I give it one more game just because of the success of the team. And have him... And even, I mean, you hear this sometimes, and I don't think it matters with him, but just to give him the best opportunity, go have his first game on the road, So there's just not the added pressure of a home crowd. Not that he feels that anyway, but just, you can just go relax, go play your game, play a simple road game.
Yeah.
You're not trying to do too much at home, which sometimes players tend to do. That would be my my agenda over the next two games.
Zulu says removing Stetcher from Nurse should be a nay. Pyro says that's just it. I think Stetcher will struggle against Florida. Statue Boss Production says no chance Wallman comes out. He's one of their top two this playoffs. KD says leave it. This is Todd says this is that's acceptable adjustment. A healthy Ekholm with experience fresh from last spring. That's some reckoning there. I'm just reading it word by word. If Ekholm plays tomorrow and the Oilers win, does Hernan sing? That probably swings it for me. Let's see here. Not yet. Why do they need Ekholm in the lineup? Well, because he's a great defenseman. VR says put 14 in to replace Connor Brown. This is your chance to put him in and not mess up the pairings too much. That's a good point. That's kind of what you've been alluding to since yesterday. Let's see. C-Run says Arvidsson has missed 3 games. He's a piss missile. Throw him in and let him do his thing. I would play Ekholm, but reduce minutes first game and go from there. No doubt the D is going to get banged up, and getting a fresh body in there would be a huge over the rest of the playoffs. That's from Weed Whacker. So Bouchard and Kulak is also working really well. Why break it up? No, they're all valid points. I totally understand it. It's fascinating. Because we're talking and again, it's weird because we're talking about their best defenseman.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we're like, why are you putting him in? And it's crazy how good this team's played though. And that's a credit to the Oilers that we're saying don't play Matthias Ekholm.
It's crazy that you're even saying that. Coupe, I think we need a poll. I think we need do fans want the Oilers to win the next 2 games? Because A, to get to the Cup final. B, to hear Hernan sing, or C, see Dusty and Eric perform the Gentleman's Sweep show again. What's more important to you? I don't know. It could be
I know who I'm voting for.
I know who I'm voting for. It's you.
Smitty the Wilder says, I disagree that there's no reason to play him. He needs a game before the Panthers series. But that could be game 5, right?
But you got to remember, he's plug and play too. There might be getting his game back is within a couple periods, I would say, opposed to.
It's a great problem to have, Juan.
Unreal.
A great problem to have. And wow. Who would you guys say is the current number 2? By minutes, it's technically Kulak. Well, who's number 1? Bouchard?
I don't even know. That's the beauty of this. Bouchard's been playing great. Some of the passes he made yesterday. They were ridiculous, man.
He hasn't done anything terrible defensively. Nurse has gone in a little bit better. He was struggling a bit, fighting it a bit, but he's been better. Kulak's been steady Eddie. Wallman's, after the first 2 games in the LA series, has been a steady Eddie. Klimberg is probably the biggest surprise on the back end.
Stetcher's been great.
And
It's
Stetcher's
crazy.
just a little ball of hate out there, and he does all the hard things. So, yeah, it's difficult. I mean, you still have Emberson.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's insane what's going on. It's an extremely
They're playing well.
good problem to have that we're questioning if Matthias Ekholm should
But
play
that's
or
what
not.
you need in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
You need guys playing above their pay grade, so to speak.
And we were talking about Florida. Mikola, who's been unreal for them.
He's back, I think.
No, he's out.
You
He's
sure?
confirmed out tonight.
Ooh.
Reinhardt's out and AJ Greer. So they're going through, like, they want to wrap this up so they can get those guys
I
healthy.
wonder if that's just, again, they're in a perfect position to keep those guys out, right?
Yeah.
And really, they can probably win without them.
Norman a combine, a 95% Ekholm is better than. Oop, sorry. Coupe's pool just totally covered my what I was reading there. So let me see if I can. How do I get rid of this pool? I guess I got to vote.
Click on it.
There we go. There we go. Sorry, Norm. He says better than the other guys. Better than the others. Huge boost for Bouchard, but they are rolling. So yeah, it's man, what a wagon this team is. Absolute wagon. Quickly, the Edmonton Elks announced today longtime equipment manager rejoining the club in a joint community and historian role. That's Dwayne Mandrusiak.
Oh,
great
Dwayne.
to see to complete his 50th year.
Nice.
So, I mean, I know everybody's going to be on board for that. Kudos to the Green and Gold for that. They also announced, let's see here. I'm just trying to find it. It's probably lower down here.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah,
God, you
he's
get
got
him
great
and Giz on a hole at a golf tournament. Geez, I'd never laughed so hard in my life.
Great storyteller at the
My
75th.
gosh.
He told some good ones. They're also going to reinstall the once an Eskimo, always an Eskimo sign in the room, the locker room, I guess. Sure. The team is also welcoming back the iconic fire truck to game day, which has been updated while maintaining key historical elements. Listen,
As long as they don't try to kill the other team with it again.
extreme thumbs up for Dwayne coming back. That's awesome. But listen, for me, it's pick a lane. You're either the Elks or you're the Eskimos. Seriously. Like, enough with we're putting this, we're putting that. And you're either one or the other. You can't be both. Okay?
You can have a little history, though.
Sure. History.
Yeah.
But like putting that in the room, like the players today don't care. They probably look at that and they're like, what's going on here? I thought we were the Edmonton Elks. Like, that gives them no motivation. That gives them nothing. Like, sure, bring it back. It's nice. It's historical. But for me, it's pick a lane. It's
Pick a lane?
Pick a lane. Pick a lane.
Oh, pick a lane. I was like pickling. Yeah,
Pick a lane and choose. And whichever name you go with, deal with whatever comes your way. It's whatever. It is what it is. But and listen, the rebrand was done not the best way, right? You know, if you're going to rebrand, you have to rebrand and go all in on the Elks. Unfortunately, they didn't. And that's what's unfortunate. Washington Commanders, Cleveland Guardians ain't doing this. They're not hiding their history either. Of course you're going to bring it up. That's their history. And I think here in Edmonton, we do a lot of the history. You saw the 75th. It was still the Eskimos, former Eskimo. Do you know what I mean? But for me, this is just, sure. I don't think it just brings anything to the current players now. Maybe some guys on the coaching staff that were former players, sure, that were Eskimos. I get it. But to me, this is okay, sure, cool, okay. But it doesn't lead to anything on the field. As far as the truck, sure, it's going to be fun. It's going to say the Eskimo name probably because they're saying they're keeping it. But again, is that going to sell tickets? No, I don't think so either, Joaquin. Like, a wise man told me, you know how you know what's going to get butts in the seats?
Wins.
And that whole notion that, since they went to the Elks, they've been horrible for 4 years. If you think that's why the Elks have been horrible is because of the name change, I'm sorry, man, but we can't have a conversation. Sorry. That's where I draw the line, because the reason they were been bad for 4 years is because they had a bad team. And the people in charge of putting the players in the positions and selecting these players and building a team didn't do a good job. That's why they were bad, not the name. Sorry, Joaquin.
No, it's all right. I was just picturing Trey Ford riding in on a massive elk. That'll get butts in the seats.
Yeah, but it's just like, is it the Edmonton Elks or is it the Edmonton Double E's? Is it just pick a lane and live and die with your decision. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, you were in the office, so yeah, when you're phoning or answering or simplify it, right? There's so many different names. I don't know.
And that sign, okay, we grew up with it, but like I'm saying to the players now, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
like it's just, I don't know. It's just, what are we? Is it the Edmonton Elks? That's all I'm saying. But congratulations to Dwayne. It's great to see him back there. He well-deserved 50th year. It was great. That's the great news. The other things I was just kind of like, oh, what are we doing here? So it is what it is. I still.
Do you think that's an owner thing doing that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, bringing back stuff. Sure, because like in the dressing room, there's pictures of old.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're still representing the history of the team. You're not disrespecting. It's still there. It's all over the place. Sometimes I catch myself saying the old name. Do you know what I mean? Because you're so used to it. You grew up with it, right? Like but like I said, just pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
Pick a lane.
Throw it in a jar.
Sorry, it's my accent that sometimes
it's the
gets
Chilean accent.
Sounds like a good T-shirt.
A Chilean accent. YouTube Trev says, I can't stop thinking about Gager's calves.
That's troubling, actually.
Everybody's whipping out the shorts now that the weather's turning, and everybody's just checking out everybody's legs here at the studio. It's a little weird.
I know.
You never said
you're
that
welcome,
to me.
Trev. Jeez.
Norm in the Combine says, agreed, Hernan. Pick a lane and stay in it. Exactamundo, Norm. That's why we get along, Norm. That's why we get along. All right. Portion of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Make your birthday legendary at the Canadian Brew House. Epic food, killer drinks, and a vibe you can't beat. Plus, get free nachos with their app. Book your party now. The Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. Elks do play this Friday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be their last preseason game. I don't know if I'm going yet. I'd like to, but got to figure some stuff out first. And but make it down. See the new look Elks. And see Trey Forward. A lot of the starters are going to get some time there, so it's going to be fun. Hopefully the weather's good as well. So go support the boys after a rough loss in Calgary on Saturday, but they were playing a lot of rookies, and Calgary was playing a lot of their main guys. So take it with a grain of salt. It wasn't the best performance, but it's kind of expected in the preseason. We're back. We'll continue to talk Oilers, CFL, motor racing, whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. Hit us up, River Korean Box 780-218-9999, or on the Nasty Chat. Here's Coupe Sports Update.
Connor Brown will miss Game 4 for the Oilers after he left midway through Edmonton's Game 3 victory after taking a hit from Alex Petrovic from the Stars, having the injury undisclosed. Plus, head coach Chris Knobblock said that Matthias Ekholm remains day-to-day while Calvin Pickard has a chance to serve as backup tomorrow. And Carolina looks to avoid the sweep from the Panthers. Florida missing A.J. Greer, Sam Reinhart, and Nico Mikkola tonight with all players out day-to-day. While back in Edmonton, the Elks have signed 2 Americans, picking up offensive lineman Greg Island and linebacker Brock Moggensen, while releasing Steven and Chris Jackson. In basketball, the Thunder and T-Wolves go at it in Game 4. OKC up 2-1 in the series. Tip-off is at 6:30. From Texas, the Jays and Rangers have their series opener. Toronto losing 13-0 to Tampa yesterday. Kevin Gausman gets a call for the Jays with first pitch at 2:05. Elsewhere, 1 game's wrapped up. 3 games are live, including the Rockies down 2-1 to the Cubs in the end of the 5th, while Milwaukee leads 2-0 on the Red Sox in the 6th inning. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. We have a brief intermission before EST Afternoons rolls on. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
It'll be interesting to see if the Panthers finish it off tonight, which I think will happen, because the Hurricanes just can't seem to win a game in the conference finals.
Carolina's done. Yeah. Carolina's window is closed. Carolina is building their team the wrong way.
Well, they've also been there for a number of years.
Yep.
And there does come a point where you need to step back for a little bit to go forward. I guess the only thing is, what do they do with that cap space this offseason?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Experience the iconic music of Dire Straits with DSL, Dire Straits Legacy, June 12th in the venue at River Cree Resort and Casino. Featuring original members and musicians who recorded, performed, and toured the globe with Dire Straits. Alan Clark, Dire Straits' first keyboardist, plus Phil Palmer, Danny Cummings, and Mel Collins. This incredible show includes all the hits, Money for Nothing, Sultans of Swing, Walk of Life, and more. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
$147, a little late here, but we're back on EST Afternoons. William Huff Studios. Minnie Cooper says, I noticed Gager's calves while he was walking into the office today too, Trev. Could crush cinder blocks.
Yeah, I just, to let everyone know, I just started an OnlyFans page just with my calves. So Trev's already signed up. $18
Those aren't
a month.
calves, they're steers, buddy.
Oh, boy. A lot of people, Zulu says the Hangout needs a viewer discretion advisory because of Tommy's short shirt.
No, we just need the block out, right? Just in case there's a slip.
Oh boy, it's too funny, man. On a day that Tom basically broke the internet with his short shorts, Trev is thinking about Gager's calves. Youth these days. And then YouTube Trev says, you should see them. Well, you are a former professional hockey goaltender.
Yeah, they should have some sort of definition.
Oh, man. It's crazy. Caster says, Hernan, I agree with you on the Elks. Pick a lane, a big start to replace the fight song. If the Eskimos fight song, nowhere is the Elks mentioned in the song despite the small change to the lyrics. Yeah, but that's... It still works, I guess. Let's see what the inbox is. Let's see. Love the new owner and the decisions being made. I feel he's avoiding controversy by renaming the team, just referring to the team as a double E. Sure. Guys, real story, quick. Run back about Dwayne. They're bringing him back. Yes, they are. He will be his 50th year, and he will be in a joint role, a community and historian role. That's Dwayne Mandrusiak. He returns with the green and gold, which is great news. Great news for him and his family and all Elks fans that absolutely love him as well in the organization. So good stuff. Tom Gazzola says, there's nothing wrong with my shorts. They weren't short shorts today, were they?
I didn't see Tommy on the Hangout today. I listened for a bit, but didn't see where they started or where they ended, I guess is the most important thing.
Oh, that's too funny. Sean says, if it were me, I would take Nurse out. The others will never do that. Just go, okay, come on. Like, now we're getting, like, come on. Sean, everybody's entitled to their opinions, but you're not taking Darnell Nurse. Come on.
What are you talking about?
Come on. Troll says a shorter series because Florida will be done tonight. Yeah, that'd be great if the Oilers can.
Well, they
finish
got
it
three
out,
guys out, right?
Yeah.
So, three very key players, I would say, too. Reinhart, Mikkola, and
AJ Greer, who's been really good on
has
the
been
fourth line.
he's been a pest. I mean, they're all just angry JYDs. So, junkyard dog.
Junkyard. This one, no name, says, if Ekholm is cleared and ready, there is no wrong answer for when to insert him. All conversations of recovery time versus get used to game speed. Unfortunately, it's Stetcher who comes out, maybe some 11-7 games if Brown isn't ready to return. Good text. Mark from Arizona. Hey, gents, keep it as is. Finish the series off, then go 11-7 in the finals. Gager's wisdom equals this.
Oh, wow.
The Diamond Dallas page. This one from Uncle Jesse. Don't rush Ekholm back for anything. If they make it, bring him back in the final, only if they need a shakeup. I'm with Gager. No need to rush Ek back. Don't mess with what's working. Perhaps revisit before the finals. Andrew, the accountant. Gager, what is the difference between being cleared to play and actually being healthy? What does a doctor need to see for someone to be cleared? Because we have seen some guys play through some awful injuries before.
Yeah, so you hear the is it the Richard Marx song, Wild Horses? That's what you need to keep some guys out of the lineup. And just imagine, like, you've been everything that you've put in for years, for your whole life, is to get to this point. You don't want to miss out on it, first of all. Mm-hmm. But it's such a fine line because hockey's a great team sport, and you don't want to get into the situation where am I good enough to play, but am I going to be a hindrance in my team's goals to accomplish what we've set out to do this season, right? So, but these guys are extremely confident individuals. They think that you don't get to that level without thinking you can make a difference at a certain point. Obviously, Mattias Ekholm, watching these games, he's like a horse in a stables or right in the starting blocks right before they take off. Like, he thinks, I can do that. I can get that. Like, it gets frustrating watching for so long. But this is where you have to have the real, I think, like, hard conversations with the player and the coaching staff, and the doctor staff of where he's at. And that's probably why you see Dr. Nadeau on the bench during skates and asking him, how does that feel? How does that movement work? Right. So there's
shout out to Dr. Nadeau, absolute beauty.
His daughters dance at my studio. I say my studio.
On my last road trip with the Elks, we all went out for breakfast and he bought me breakfast.
Oh, really?
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great.
He's got
guy.
a ton of kids. That guy.
Yeah. He's really tall too.
Yeah. Daughter's a good dancer too.
Sometimes
they were all dancers.
Sometimes I see him when the Oilers are coming off the ice and fist pumping everybody. He's always in the lineup. Yeah. All the docs are great. If you didn't know that, the Oilers and Elks, it's the same doctors.
Same doctors. Yeah. So, I think did I answer the question?
I think you did.
Okay.
Norman Combine, the Oilers were in on that kick with the old boys club. New players don't care. Thank you. They don't. Build something with the Elks. That's your team name.
Yeah, when they win the Grey Cup, it's going to say Elks on there, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Edmonton Elks won the Grey Cup in 2025. Oh, can you imagine?
Where is it? Is it
Winnipeg?
Okay.
We could be going to Winnipeg.
Really?
Yeah.
Winnipeg in November?
Oh, yeah, it's tough.
I mean, we're here. It's not like it's...
Yeah, it's not like it's any better here. Look at this wind.
It's windy, though.
We've had 3 beautiful days, and the wind's ruined it every single day.
I like the wind.
I hate it. I hate wind.
Oh, you're running outside.
No, I don't mind when I'm running because it kind of...
at your back?
It cools you. I'm so fast.
How do you run in one direction the whole time? Do you call the GF to come pick you up?
No.
That's why. I run 10K in 5 minutes.
So I bought a new belt to run because it holds
come with a sail?
It holds your water and your keys, and it was awesome. I didn't even feel it, man.
Really?
Yeah, it was really good.
Don't you have the like? Do I have to buy you like one of those camel packs? So when you're running, you
just light a smoke.
No, water. Jesus,
Smitty the welder.
Camel packs. You think I'm talking about smokes?
Yeah.
No, this is for water. You degenerate.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me a couple packs of
Oh, those are
Camels.
strong.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Do they even make those anymore?
I think you can get them in the U.S.
The U.S. Right? Great logo on that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Smitty the welder. Elks aren't winning the Grey Cup. Come on, Smitty. We don't need that kind of negativity.
Camel pack. That's awesome.
I don't like those because actually, no, I shouldn't say. My buddy runs with one.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't mind the one on my.
Oh really?
on the
I don't think
belt.
I'd like that. Not that I'm running, but I think I'd rather have the camel pack.
Wouldn't it get really sweaty? Like, wouldn't it get really warm if it is on your back, right? Like, you want cold water.
It doesn't
you're
matter
just
at that point.
Yeah, you just need.
You're probably
the
dying for
nutrients.
anything.
Okay, I want to get to this. Everybody chirp me about the Bourne movies, right?
K.
K.
All right. Oh, you told me kind of, but go ahead.
I've watched the first two. Bourne Identity, Bourne
Supremacy.
Sure, entertaining. I thought Supremacy was better than the original. I'll be honest. I thought there was more action. I liked the story a little bit better. But again, good, entertaining. But I was telling Reed, I'm like, it's not something like I'd probably watch again. Like, if you know those movies that come on, and you're like, oh my god, I want to watch this again. It's like they were good, but like people made it sound like I was missing out on Outsiders or something. You know what I mean?
Stop it. How many times has The Outsiders been on TV on the weekends over the past?
Oh, it used to be on a lot.
No, it never was. The Bourne series is on every weekend.
I mean, again, like Matt Damon's he's awesome. He's badass.
Yeah.
But again, it's not something that I'm like, oh, I need to watch this again. You know what I mean? I was entertained. It was fine.
You
I'll leave
watch
it at
things
that.
twice a lot?
Yeah, like movies I really like. Like I've seen Moneyball a bunch of times and Draft Day and
Okay, I get what you're saying because those movies, when they're on
Shawshank,
like Limitless. You ever watch Limitless?
Limitless is great.
Okay, you like that?
Yeah.
Well, that couldn't happen.
No, I know, but Bradley Cooper with the pills. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a cool story.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's a book too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like
what about
Top
Fight Club? Have you not watched Fight Club?
I don't think I've seen Fight Club, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm jealous actually.
It's that bad?
No, that you don't know. Don't know spoilers on Fight Club for Hernan.
What's the first rule about Fight Club?
You don't talk about it.
Well, you know that.
Well, then what are we doing here,
Because
boys?
everybody
Come on.
says it, right? No, like it's one.
How do you not watch something that like the sayings like that if people have talked about over the past 15? How old's Fight Club? It's old.
It's old.
And like certain lines from the movie. That shows you how good the movie is.
But I mean, yeah, like Harry Potter, like there's a lot of lines in there.
Expecto
Star Wars
Patronum.
and stuff.
What?
Well,
Exactly.
The Outsiders has a really memorable line.
Do
Stay
it for
golden,
do
Tony
it
boy.
for Soda Pop.
Do it for Johnny, man.
Johnny?
Do it for Johnny.
man.
Or
Do it for
whatever.
Johnny.
Do it for Johnny. Whatever.
Come on, man. The Soshis. So good. Anyway, I watched the Bourne. I'm probably gonna watch the rest because I'm already kind of into it. So.
You know what I would do? Yeah, watch the third one. You know what? So the first one's kind of the origin story. So the second one's full of action. Third one, yeah, that's good. I think you'll like the Jeremy Renner one most.
Yeah.
And then there's a fourth one too, but another one that I kind of like is The Accountant with Ben Affleck.
I've seen that one.
Oh, did you like that one?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Not great again, good. Like the Bourne movies are good. They're not
They're
great.
good. They're
good.
really good.
I do want to watch Mission Impossible.
Those are great, man.
I heard they're long though.
It's a movie, man.
No, but like not like an hour and 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
That's a TV show.
No, those are regular movies, man.
Regular movies are 2.5 hours.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
The Bournes are not.
They're over 2 hours.
Stay golden, pony boy. That's a classic line.
Who says that?
In the movie.
Yeah, but no one goes around to hey, stay golden, pony boy.
Why not?
You get beat up, you say that to
Hernan
somebody.
said that to me.
Did he?
I think a couple times he's like, stay golden, Coupe.
Yeah, that's because he's trying to get the.
Remember when Ponyboy is like reading at the end of the movie, he's reading the letter that Johnny left him. He's like, stay gold, Ponyboy. And like, oh, it's so powerful, man.
No, I really don't remember it.
It almost made me cry when I watched it in grade 8.
88 thumbs up. 150 is what we need.
Jeez.
Hey, shout out to Max Pazuzu who brought us some apple pie from the Fife.
I did try that, Max Pazuzu. Thank you very much. Delicious.
Thank you, Max.
That's my first Fife and Deco pie.
It's delicious, eh?
Apple pie.
Really good. What movie is an hour? I didn't say an hour, bro. I said an hour and 20.
What? Yeah, what? No, you said hour and 10 to be
Well, look
precise.
at Bourne. Let's look at Bourne. I guarantee you
I think one of the SpongeBob movies are like an hour.
What movie is an hour and 10 minutes?
Wow. Bourne Identity was 2 hours?
Yes.
I'll never get those 2 hours back.
See, you didn't even realize it. You thought it was an hour and 10.
I had to watch it in parts because I couldn't finish it.
Yeah, because it was late. You said you had to go to bed.
Supremacy was an hour and 48.
Okay. 2 hours?
It's not 2 hours. It's under 2 hours. What I'm saying.
Phone Booth is 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, see?
Have you watched that one?
Frankenstein, an
Is
hour
that
and
the-
10 minutes. Exactly.
Frankenstein? Which one?
One of the animated.
Mary
ones.
animated.
I've
Come on.
watched Phone Booth with Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show.
Stand By Me, an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, classic.
Fantastic.
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie, man.
Toy Story, an hour and 20.
Well,
All the kids
All
movies.
the kids ones. Yeah, you can't have them doing that, though. That's fine.
This is Spinal Tap, 1 hour and 22.
Never seen that.
Yeah, see, there is movies. There you go. All right, that does it for hour one. Lots of Oilers. We talked some Elks as well. We'll continue to talk Oilers and Elks, of course. But coming up next, we'll get to Inside the Numbers. And it's going to take on a little bit of turn as we're going to look at the Monaco. We're going to look at a lot of racing stuff. And, of course, we're going to talk the Knicks comeback win in Indiana. The winner of the Indy 500 went to the game after, which was pretty cool as well. So lots to get to. And, of course, we want to hear from you. Should Ekholm play tomorrow? Yay or nay? Or don't mess with a good thing? Let us know, 780-218-9999. That is the River Korean box. Or hit us up on the Nasty Chat. And slam that thumbs up for Stu Love. We're back after the break here on ESC Afternoons.
Get your fix every single game with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas. Whether it's breaking down the starting lineup, predicting key matchups, or diving deep into the game's biggest moments, Tom and Hernan are here to give you the best insight and analysis in the city. After the final horn, get the breakdown of every key moment, performance, and player reactions. It's your one-stop shop for all things game day. Catch the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Friday and Saturday, May 9th and 10th, it's the Can-Am Sprint Car Challenge at Rad Torque Raceway. Alberta's best sprint car drivers face off against the American Rocky Mountain Sprint Cars in a methanol-burning, dirt-slinging border battle. Also in action are the modifieds, late models, mini stocks, and hobby stocks, making it a full weekend of family fun racing. The Can-Am Sprint Car Challenge at Rad Torque Raceway, just west of Highway 2 on Highway 19 at Edmonton International Airport. Get your tickets and info at radraceway.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Celebrate your birthday at the Banquet Bar. Enjoy great drinks, amazing vibes, and unforgettable memories. Download the Banquet app and get a free pizza pie on your birthday. Book your party today at thebanquetbar.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Connor Brown has been ruled out of Game 4 for Edmonton with an undisclosed injury. Brown left Game 3 after absorbing a hit from Alex Petrovic midway through Game 3. And head coach Chris Knobblock added that Calvin Pickard has a possibility to serve as backup tomorrow, while Mattias Ekholm remains day-to-day. And for the Stars, Roope Hintz is hopeful for tomorrow after sitting out Game 3 with a lower body injury he sustained from a Darnell Nurse slash. Down south, Florida and Carolina meet in Game 4. Panthers up 3-0 in the series. Frederik Andersen starts for the Canes, while the Panthers will miss AJ Greer, Sam Reinhart, and Nico Mikkola in their first chance to clinch the series. All three of those players are day-to-day. In the CFL, the Elks have signed 2 Americans, linebacker Brock Mogensen and offensive lineman Greg Island. Meanwhile, OKC and Minnesota tip off in Game 4. T-Wolves trailing 2-1 in the series. Minnesota taking Game 3 by a score of 143-101. And after being smacked 13-0 in their series closer with the Rays, the Jays take on the Rangers with both clubs warming up. First pitch in mere moments. Right now, 3 games are live, including the Cardinals down 5-0 to the Orioles in the 4th inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of EST Afternoons starts right now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. 2:07. Welcome back here to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk, always presented to you by Play Alberta. We're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios in the west side of the city. Beautiful day out there, windy, and I think there's a thunderstorm on the way, Joaquin. You're tracking the weather right now.
No, I'm tracking people talk about your movie choices. Krager, Hernan's gauge on movies is horrendous. I can't take any of Hernan's movie suggestions or critiques seriously. If I do take any advice from Hernan on movies, it's what not to watch.
Sure, buddy. Have you watched Moneyball, Shawshank, Young Guns? Those are classics. I just said the Bourne movies were good, but everybody made it sound like I was missing out on.
Well, you complained about the runtime, and then you didn't even realize that.
Okay, which one's the third one? Bourne
Ultimatum.
Okay. And that's still with Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Okay. That's next on the docket.
They're good. They're
pretty good. Hit us up on the River Korean Bucks, 780-218-9999. Also on the Nasty Chat, 4 away from 100. Let's get there. 206 watching. We should have no problemo as the Florida Panthers today go for the sweep of the Carolina Hurricanes. They will be without Mikkola, Reinhart, and AJ Greer. So 3 big pieces for the Florida Panthers out. But I think they'll be fine to close it out, and then they can rest all their players for the finals. Oilers back at it tomorrow. Of course, Tom Gazzola will be live at 5 o'clock from the Ice House there in Ice District for the pregame show. Then we'll be back later tonight with Cass and Reed and everybody for the postgame show. See if the Oilers can take a commanding 3-1 series lead. They probably want to wrap it up quick too, Gager, get some rest, and then we'll see when the Stanley Cup Finals start. That's how confident I am. I don't see Dallas winning this series. I just don't think they have it to beat this team. When the Oilers are on, Dallas can be on. They can be the best team. Bring their best game, and I still think the Oilers, if they're bringing their best, they can't be matched by the Dallas Stars. That's just it. Sorry. That's just the way I feel. Let's get to Inside the Numbers. Of course, for Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Today for that, let's switch. Let's shift gears.
Oh, I like that.
It was a big racing weekend. Indy 500, Coca-Cola 600, and the Monaco Grand Prix. Joaquin, Lando wins it.
Great for Lando.
Yeah, Charles Leclerc second, and then Piastri third there. Verstappen waited till the bitter end. He was waiting for a crash.
Something to happen.
He was waiting for a crash.
Yeah.
Let's just call it how it was. He was waiting for a crash. So that's the only way he was going to win. Because if he didn't pit, or if he pit, it was still the same position. Disappointing day for Mercedes.
Awful.
I think Toto was like, yeah, we forgot about something like that. We forgot about the two-stop strategy.
I mean, it was interesting, but it didn't. The gimmick didn't work.
No.
It was terrible.
Alpine continues to struggle. I want to get to this quote from Nate Saunders. He's from F1. He covers F1 for ESPN. He says, liked F1 trying something different with the rules this year, but a risk was that we got a spectacle like that. Think an unavoidable conclusion is that you're not going to get many good races in Monaco, whatever you try. Is that fair? Like, was there any excitement to you with the new rule that you had to stop twice?
No, I thought there would be, but there wasn't. There was the possibility, I guess, if something happened and, if a team stopped twice on the first 2 laps and then went long.
Yeah.
If something maybe could have happened there, but I was disappointed because at the end it was interesting watching Leclerc chase Lando, right? That was interesting, but there's just no place to pass on that. The DRS, you might as well not even have it. It seemed like he could get close, but you come through the chicane and you can pull away. There's just, you're essentially waiting for him to really mess up.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you can pass at that track. And I was kind of looking at the size of the vehicles for next year because they are a little smaller. It's still going to be the same.
Okay, this is, again, I'm fairly new. You're more into I'm learning a lot about all the different racing, but do you see ever F1 going away from Monaco?
Well, they just re-upped too, right? I think last year. So there's remaining on the calendar for the foreseeable future. But I mean, all these races coming up, there's not a lot of ways for cars good areas to pass, right? Something has to happen. So it's coming down to qualifying, and qualifying was the qualifying in Monaco was probably the most exciting of the year, right? So that's what it is. That's what it comes down to.
You're going to win the race, unless you make a mistake.
There's so much put in it, and the fact that the times were just falling in Q3, right? It was really cool. The race itself, it's iconic when you watch the helmet cams and watch them go through that track. It's mind-numbing to see the speeds and what they're able to do and how close they're coming to the barriers, right? So you have to find the beauty of the race itself and the iconic views of everything. But you want to see changing of positions throughout the race, and it becomes just a huge follow the leader kind of race, and it's very lackluster. So who knows? Maybe I looking at the specs, and I watched a guy talking about even next year it's going to be the same thing. F1 really has to reevaluate Monaco, and it's too bad because it is an iconic race.
Yeah, Old Gill says the mandatory 2 pit stops were pointless. Van Owen says Mercedes' strategy call was abysmal. The entire race was an example of unintended consequences. Weed Whacker says Hodger keeps getting better and better. That's good. He's really good.
He's really good.
He's really, really good. Van Owen says it'll be worse next season once DRS is banished.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to keep in mind.
Well, it's not like the DRS meant anything anyway.
They don't use it.
Yeah.
Right. So now, who's podiumed? The 2 McLaren guys and Max. That's it, right? So far this season?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Piastri, Lando, and Max are the only ones that have won a race so far. Interesting. Where are they this weekend?
I'm just looking. I think it's schedule. Sorry.
In Monaco, just the views are great. Like, like the people on their balconies.
They're in Spain this weekend.
Spain, okay. Let's shift over quickly. Indy 500. It was a spectacle. This is my first one I watched. Great race, passing like crazy. A lot of cautions. One guy crashed into his team when he went in for a pit stop. He was out of the race. One car caught on fire in the pit stop. One guy was out in the pace lap. He just it looked like his steering went, crashed in. So a lot of stuff happens in that race. But Alex Palou, Gager, won his first Indy 500. In Indy Car this season, he's won 5 of the 6 races. This guy is... Yesterday, they were calling him, when he crossed the finish line, the best racer of his generation.
Wow.
And
that's high praise.
That's high praise, because when they say that, they're including all the different kind of racing, right? Like, the guy is and you know what's the best about him, opposed to like the greatness of Verstappen? Such a humble guy, man. Like, he was emotional, he was crying, like he's not that, that Max Verstappen kind of attitude. Like
Max is, well, I think you get a little bit more out of Max right now because the car isn't as good. And he's not winning as much, so they mean a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was getting kind of routine, him winning and not even like just shaking hands. I like when they dive into their pit crew and stuff and get that. And they get the big wreath at Indy, drink the drink.
And then he went to the Pacers game. He was there. They introduced him. So
that's awesome.
Legendary race. Like I know it's kind of, you're just going around, but it was great. Like the strategy, the passing, like he said, a lot of things happen in that race. You see so many people upset and crushed when they can't finish the race. And Alex Palou to pull it off. He's just a master. I've watched every Indy race this year, and the guy's an absolute machine behind the wheel. We asked Tim if he'd ever go F1, and Tim said unlikely because of his age. He's 28 already, right? Yeah. So, but definitely considered, according to the experts, there's people a lot smarter than me when it comes to Indy. One of the best of his generation. That's high praise, man.
If you're the new team, like Cadillac coming in,
wouldn't you think?
Wouldn't you think to throw him just to see or invite him to testing at least?
Because a lot of these guys test, like Pato Award, a lot of guys test, right?
Because I believe Award was rumored to go to McLaren at one point, right? So this is a few years ago, but
he finished 4th in the race, and the guy that finished 2nd, European, I can't remember his name. He got a penalty, something wrong with the car, so they got pushed to the last 3 spots because there was 3 cars that didn't meet the standard. And then, I know no one cares, but NASCAR, it was the Coca-Cola 600 Gager. The guy that won, Ross Chastain, there's 40 cars in this race. You know where he started?
Oh, you told me. Yeah.
40th.
Yeah. Okay.
He won the damn race, man. Yeah. He won the damn race from last to first. And not only that, in a backup car, because his car, he crashed during practice. That's why I'm comparing these 3 for inside the numbers and listen, we all fell in love with F1 because of Drive to Strive. It's kind of our first taste of motorsports for us, and we love it. And I think we're always going to have a soft spot. But I was telling you yesterday, I'm like, it's almost right now ranked 3rd for me in terms of excitement.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's unfortunate. I love F1. Like, I love all the guys. Their personalities. I'm learning. I watch that NASCAR on Netflix. If you want to get into it, check it out. It's really cool. It's really good. And so he beat the guy that I like, which is Byron, yesterday. He led for most of the race and gets beat there in the, I think, 4th or 5 laps to go. And he is first driver to win from an official starting position of last since Bobby Allison of Richmond Fairgrounds in 1969. This race, Gager, saw 34 lead changes, the most in this race since 2014. So that's what I mean, like the strategy. Because their pit stops, I think, standard, you want to be at 9 seconds.
Wow.
And like their pit crews are like athletes, former NFL guys in the pit crew.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. Because the 2 guys that change the tires on the opposite side have to run the other side and do it. Oh, it's crazy seeing that. So there you go. Inside the numbers, 3 races this weekend. They were all, Monaco, like you said, the race was like the best part was the qualifying.
Yeah, it always is, right?
Yeah.
Unless it rains, and then it gets kind of interesting.
Yeah. But, so it was just 3 races, great weekend. They probably did wicked numbers. But Ross Chastain from 40 to 1st is just unreal. He's called the watermelon man. He eats and then crushes watermelon when he wins the race. Outstanding. Alex Palou dominated Indy, 5 out of 6 races, his first Indy 500. And good for Lando, man. He's right there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at our, did you see the results?
Yeah, I think I'm still 7th.
Well, I'm just looking at the Monaco. So Matthew Owanek takes the podium in 1st over the weekend with Tom Gazzola coming in 2nd. And Jason Milne, Glue Crew, 3rd on the podium.
Where was I?
You were 5th.
Okay. I looked at Gazzola's team. He had a driver that wasn't even driving in his lineup.
He's a busy boy.
He's a busy boy. He's a busy boy. So
yeah, he's got Jack Duhan.
Yeah, I was like, how the hell?
Just hoping he comes back, I guess. Hey, Tommy.
I made a few changes. I took the minus 10 points on both teams.
Yeah,
because I
took
to.
some minus. I had to.
It doesn't really hurt you, so I was like, I needed to make some moves. I wanted to get a Ferrari guy in there because of Tim. He's like, Charles Leclerc is probably going to win this. And close enough, but not.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike. It's not a good year for Team Gage.
I'm falling too. So, hey, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out DSL, Dire Straight Legacy on June 12th, or you can check out the Lightfoot Band on July 4th. All you got to do is go to www.rivercreeresort.com or hit up the River Cree box office. After the break, continue to talk. Maybe we'll visit that Elks game from Saturday, Joaquin. Not the best, and we'll see if Carolina can stay alive in their series. You know, Florida's going to be wanting to close that one out to get as much rest for some of their star hurting players, because Mikola's been a star in these playoffs. He's been absolutely fantastic for the Florida Panthers. So that game's on tap tonight if you want to dip.
Also at, I think it's at 5. I got to check the times, but Medicine Hat goes up against...
Yes, Mem Cup.
Yeah, Hunter St. Martin. My boy scored the game winner.
Nice.
First game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw that. It was like 6-5.
Yeah.
And then...
5 o'clock.
OKC, Minnesota Timberwolves, game 4 there. OKC leads 2-1. Oh, okay. We'll do Stingers tickets trivia coming up next here on EST Afternoons. Here's Coupe with your sports update. Keep slamming that thumbs up.
For the Oilers, Mattias Ekholm remains day-to-day, while head coach Chris Knobblock says that Calvin Pickard has a chance to make it into the lineup tomorrow as the backup. And Connor Brown is out for Game 4 with an undisclosed injury. In Game 3, Brown took a hit from Dallas's Alex Petrovic midway through the contest and did not return to action. From the Sunshine State, Florida looks to sweep Carolina as they enter tonight's game without AJ Greer, Nico Mikkola, or Sam Reinhart in the lineup, as they're all day-to-day. Frederick Anderson gets a start for Carolina. And the Jays are in action right now against the Rangers. Dalton Varsho has a run for Toronto as they lead in the end of the first inning, 1-0. 5 other games are live, including the Brewers up 2-0 on the Red Sox in the top of the 8th inning. On the court, Minnesota and OKC have Game 4 of their series. The Thunder up 2-1 in that one, with Minnesota winning Game 3 by more than 40 points. Elsewhere, Indiana superstar Caitlin Clark is out for at least 2 weeks for the Fever with a quad strain, with it being unknown when the injury was sustained. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, and whether it's a one-time donation or a monthly contribution, every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. Stay tuned for a chance to win some Stingers tickets. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Experience the iconic music of Dire Straits with DSL, Dire Straits Legacy, June 12th in the venue at River Cree Resort and Casino. Featuring original members and musicians who recorded, performed, and toured the globe with Dire Straits. Alan Clark, Dire Straits' first keyboardist, plus Phil Palmer, Danny Cummings, and Mel Collins. This incredible show includes all the hits, Money for Nothing, Sultans of Swing, Walk of Life, and more. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Keep your team jersey and rally towel close by and help bring the championship home. For all your other treasures, store them with Sentinel Storage. Store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Timeout, Edmonton. The new Play Alberta app has arrived, and it's here to make your gambling experiences more fun, exciting, and secure. Enjoy the convenience of hundreds of casino games, betting live on your favorite sports teams, and access to lotteries all in one place, anywhere in Alberta. Enter code YEG50 to receive a $50 free bet when you make a $5 minimum deposit. That's a $50 free bet for new and existing users using code YEG50. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Strike up some fun at the Banquet Bar. Bowling, drinks, and a great time with friends where the good times roll. Whether you're here to bowl or just hang out, the Banquet Bar is your go-to spot. Get real, play hard at the Banquet.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
.226, welcome back to EST Afternoon. It's been a fun show, kind of going all over the map. The Oilers are winning, they're playing well. There's no chaos to talk about, Joaquin.
Shapovalov cruises.
Oh, look at that.
Roland Garros.
Nice.
I always liked. You ever play on clay?
No.
You ever play tennis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not on clay, though.
No?
No.
It's fun.
Yeah.
You slide.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I suck at tennis.
It's hard.
Tennis is hard, bro.
Tennis is great.
I went to high school with a Chilean guy like me, like born here, but Chilean parents, and he went to university in the States for tennis. He was really good. He'd do our phys ed classes when we had to do tennis. The teacher would be like, "Take over, buddy," and he was awesome. Yeah.
So when I played in Sweden, that other guy, he had the same name as me but spelled different.
Yeah.
Joakim. Eriksson was his last name, and he was like either hockey or tennis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we were in Lugano, Switzerland, and for the start of the season, and he goes, "Hey, Joaquin, you want to go play tennis?" I go, "Yeah, sure." And I didn't know he was like a world and literally had me running back and forth on the court, and he was just bang, and like his first serve, he blew it past me, and I'm like, dude. And then he told me like he was a. I
always found serving the hardest.
Not for Joke. He was, and then Mats Valtin was our general manager.
Yeah.
He invented the torpedo system.
Really?
Which what it was, but he was a really good tennis player too. And I watched them play. It was like watching pros. It was ridiculous. They were so good.
When you see like guys that are like, it's just
I saw Pete Sampras play once. It was a joke.
I can imagine, man. That is truly, truly amazing. What was I gonna get? What were we talking about?
Sorry, I derailed you there.
No, but Roland Garros, always cheering on the Canadians. Is Andreescu in it?
Is she injured right now?
Again?
I'm gonna look. But I was gonna say I always liked the French Open as a kid because I knew I was close to the end of school. Because that was coincide with the end of school. Oh, sweet! It's only a few more weeks.
You ever play pickleball?
I've never played pickleball.
Neither have I. I want to,
dude. When I went to the mall, I went to that new Skechers store.
Yeah,
there was a whole section of pickleball shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that right?
That would be fun. Actually, we should have a pickleball tournament.
Because I know
we'll all injure ourselves though. Because there's only a few people who are like, training consistently, like Hernan, and then Jay will be maybe Trev works out. I don't know, but
I think I'd be pretty good at pickleball. I've watched it on TV.
I've watched a lot of stuff on TV. I don't think I'm going to be good at it all.
No, like I know I wouldn't be good at golf. I'm a hell of a bowler. Baseball. Can you think he can? You think he can?
I think we could all play pickleball.
Yeah.
It's not.
Should we start an EST team?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they gotta pickle their
Pickleballs.
line or whatever you said earlier.
Isn't pickling? Isn't pickleball's huge, buddy?
It's massive. I watch Andre Agassi, like he's got like a tournament down in Palm Desert or whatever, and the like pros, old tennis pros come and
Jeannie Bouchard, I think,
I think that's what she's doing now. Yeah.
But back to Andreescu, I know she played in a tournament like a week ago or something, but she maybe she didn't qualify. I don't know how this.
Fernandez was ousted in the first round.
I saw that. Yeah.
Nadal gets a farewell tourney. Got to do something about that lid. Yeah, I like the French is one of my favorites just because it's a little bit slower, right? Like there's lots of spin, things like that. You watch Nadal in his heyday, no one could beat him because just the spin that he put on the ball was just ridiculous and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like watching the Canadians in tennis. Is that fair? But I can't just watch a random match. Do you know what
I used to be really into it before, like when Federer was like when he was just coming in and dominating. He was so elegant playing tennis. He was just like a panther, the way he prowled around there.
Yeah.
It's unreal. But I've kind of lost now that all those guys have gone. I've watched this Alcaraz a few times. He's fun to watch.
He's
too.
good. I think he has a Netflix doc too.
Yeah. Well, that top
spin.
What's it?
Top spin.
I watched the first one. A few episodes. Break Point. Is what
Okay.
it's named. It's good. It had that crazy Australian guy. That's really vocal and stuff.
Don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, Joaquin.
I'll find.
Did you know that the Edmonton Oilers, do you know how many guys have goals for the Edmonton Oilers these playoffs? Give me a number.
Oh, I saw that. Is it 11?
Oh, way more.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was like multi goals. What, Coupe, do you know?
17.
Close.
18.
Yes.
Really?
18 Edmonton Oilers have goals so far this postseason.
Is that with Klingberg?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 4 guys that have played in the playoffs that don't have goals for the Oilers. Can you name them?
Emerson?
1.
Stetcher?
2.
Jeff Skinner.
That have played.
Say it loud.
Jeff Skinner.
Yes.
Say it
3.
I didn't want to give it away.
There's 1 more.
Stuart Skinner.
No. He played 1 game early.
Early. Arvidsson?
Nope.
Does he have a goal?
Yeah, he does. Yes.
Josh Brown.
Yes.
Oh, Brownie.
Yeah.
Right. He played that first game.
He did. Yeah. Remember, we were all losing it.
What's the criteria to get a Stanley Cup ring?
I think you got to play in the final.
Well, if it's a certain percentage of the games during the regular season, I think, or if so many playoff games, but if you play 1 minute in the finals, you get one.
Yeah. Yeah. So only 4 Oilers. So the Oilers have played 22 players. Only 4 of them don't have a goal. And 2 of them have only played 1 game each.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
That's depth.
How many
baby.
players have 5 goals?
4.
Nick Krigios. That's the crazy guy.
What's the number, Coupe?
Oh, I don't know. I was asking you. I thought you had I thought you had the stats over there. So.
Hey, look, check this out too. Zach Hyman yesterday. Okay.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Like this is a stat line of all damn stat lines. Like this guy is an absolute horse. Okay. Zach Hyman yesterday, 2 goals, 1 assist, a +5 rating. Okay. 1751 time on ice, 4 shots, 1 block, 10 hits. Are you kidding me, man?
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Boys on the morning show were talking about, the missing ingredient in the Toronto Maple Leafs DNA, and I would like to know why they let him go. What was the reasoning? Because
they just didn't want to pay him. I think that's all it came down to.
But it wasn't that much.
But at the time,
At the time, I guess.
And
yeah.
I'll admit, like I was with, I don't know if I was with the Elks yet, but like I didn't like the deal when they signed.
You didn't?
Because I looked at Zach Hyman's numbers and I'm like, because you know what I mean?
No,
and it took me 2 months and I was like, never mind, this is a great deal.
No, because I full disclosure, I never looked at the stats, like his actual stats, but I just remember. I remember Babcock talking about him and just never had a bad thing to say about him. Not once.
Yeah.
Right. And that was Mike Babcock, who, we all know his history. But when he would play, he would be down on the third line. And then if Marner and Matthews weren't going, they would throw him up on the top line.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they were awesome. And I was like, why doesn't this guy play on the first line all the time, first of all? And then, I was like, gosh, this is just what the Edmonton Oilers need, just because of the way he plays. Just hits everything, doesn't quit on anything,
He's unreal.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, let me ask you this. Which is the best, I guess that's a free agent signing, though. So it's different, but where would you rank the Ekholm trade and the between the Hyman signing? Which one's bigger? Do you think?
I think you gotta go Hyman. The guy scored 50 one year. I mean, they're both
really it's almost even, right? Wouldn't it be?
The top two for sure. It's unbelievable what he's doing. It's 7 Oilers that have 5 or more goals.
7, yeah. But he's a joke, man. He the way he can. I think a little bit at the start of the season. I don't know. Maybe he was a little bit injured, right, at the start. But I think coming off the big goal season, he was trying to just play that role a little bit too much. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. It just from what it looked like to me, but. Once Knobblock started putting him down with other players and he got back to that style of game that allows him to, it's the reason why he's such a good NHL player. And what he's doing now, I think a lot of it comes from the experience of playing in the finals last year and going up against the Florida Panthers and what they did consistently every night.
Yeah.
That's, you learn how to win. And they were taught a lesson last year, and they are taking that experience and showing the Dallas Stars what it takes to win at this time of year.
Heartbreak leads to every team. The 80s Oilers went through it. Every team does I was going to say Vegas, but screw those guys because everything got handed to them on a silver platter. But a lot of teams go through it. Florida had to go through it when they lost. Just go down Stanley Cup champs. They've all had some heartbreak throughout their season. So nothing different with the Oilers.
Or in the nasty chat, bus split. Hyman not on Team Canada was a joke. He wasn't. I think he was injured, and he wasn't really.
He wasn't playing well.
He wasn't playing well.
All right, we got to give away some tickets. I got a pair of tickets, bronze tickets, to the Edmonton Stingers game on May 28th. That is Wednesday. There's no Oiler game, so you can go. It is a great time if you've never been. It is absolutely fantastic. All you got to do is text us on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. And here is your trivia question. Can you name the former Edmonton Stingers player who also later went on to play for the Los Angeles Clippers? Send that name into the inbox at 780-218-9999, and one of you with the correct answer will be selected, and you will win a pair of bronze tickets to the game on May 28th versus Brampton. Okay, let's go. We close it out and get you ready for Reed's show with Jay Milne coming up from 3 to 6 here on EST Afternoons. Here's our guy Coupe, Sports Update time.
Oilers head coach Chris Knobblock gave some injury updates confirming that Connor Brown will miss Game 4 tomorrow. Brown leaving midway through yesterday's contest after receiving a hit from Alex Petrovic of the Stars. Plus, Matthias Ekholm remains day-to-day while Calvin Pickard has the possibility to serve as backup tomorrow. Out east, the Panthers look to sweep the Canes tonight, but will play Game 4 without Nico Mikkola, Sam Reinhart, or AJ Greer, with all players out day-to-day. Carolina naming Frederick Anderson as their starter. And baseball has 6 games live. Toronto and Texas are in the top of the third inning. The Jays leading 1-0 in that one. Dalton Varsho with the run. And 2 outs left in the inning. Kevin Gausman on the mound for Toronto. Other action sees Boston trailing 2-2 Milwaukee, while the Cubs lead 3-1 over the Rockies. Both games in the 8th inning. In the NBA, OKC and Minnesota tip off in Game 4. T-Wolves trailing 2-1 in the series, having Minnesota take Game 3 by a score of 143-101. The final segment of EST Afternoons is next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
All the different languages of the Crosby golden goal. The French broadcast, they're just, and then they start going, Crosby, Sidney Crosby. Like, if it was just on radio, you'd be like, okay, he either scored or he's been, like, decapitated at center ice.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon, 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Experience the iconic music of Dire Straits with DSL, Dire Straits Legacy, June 12th in the venue at River Cree Resort and Casino. Featuring original members and musicians who recorded, performed, and toured the globe with Dire Straits. Alan Clark, Dire Straits' first keyboardist, plus Phil Palmer, Danny Cummings, and Mel Collins. This incredible show includes all the hits, Money for Nothing, Sultans of Swing, Walk of Life, and more. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
What's up, Nasties? TSC Afternoons, Joaquin, Gage, Zach Kubish, Hernan, Salas, 2:43 on a Monday afternoon. Oilers return to action for Game 4 tomorrow, 6 o'clock. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show at 5 with Tom Gazzola live from the Ice House downtown. Reed and Jay from 3 to 5. Oh, we're all going to be on location tomorrow, right up until 5 at the good old Popeyes.
All right. I can't wait.
What you going to eat?
The hottest of the hot. Hottest wings they got.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Just looking at our poll. Hasn't finished yet, but 47% to make it to the Stanley Cup final. 28% for another gentleman's show. And 25 for you to sing. So you've dropped a little bit.
No one wants to hear me sing.
Everyone,
so
25% of those people want to hear you sing.
That's
like a quarter of the people.
25% of people would rather hear you sing than the Oilers get to the Stanley Cup final.
That's probably my family. Stingers tickets for Wednesday against Brampton. Once again, name the former Stingers player who ended up playing for the LA Clippers. Send that in to the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. And like always, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Tap 25 Restaurant, where you can get the prime rib special, just $18.99, available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Quickly, the Elks played on Saturday. A lot of rookies. 31-4 was the final score. Vernon Adams played. A lot of their top guys played early in that game. And then PJ Walker, the guy from the NFL, came in and played as well. He was pretty good. But the Elks, as is the case on the road, Play a lot of rookies, a lot of guys new to the game. They took a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes were made. Couldn't get much going offensively. Joe DeBlanco started at middle linebacker. He got really good as the game wore on. He had an interception. There was a kid named Ford as well, not Tyrell or Trey, obviously. He had a sack and an interception. He looked good. Cole Snyder, who came in late in that game at quarterback, he had the best drive of the game. So there was some positives, but I did hear Mark Killam after the game talking post-game. And yeah, he said, we got to fix a lot of things. And it's like between the years, right? It's the offsides. It's the 5-yard rule on punts. It's things like that a lot of rookies need to learn because they're so used to playing the American game. So it is an adjustment time. Yeah. So you take it with a grain of salt. You don't get too worked up because this is what happens in CFL preseason. Now, on Friday, they'll play a lot of their regulars, so it's going to kind of flip the script a little bit, and we'll see what they can do in that game. So if you're going to the game, it's going to be a good time. Looks like Friday's going to be a nice evening as well. And just your first look at the new look Elks. So hopefully they have a better showing there as they prepare for game 1 in BC with Snoop Dogg in the house.
Really?
Yeah, so that's going to be a hell of a game. Rourke versus Trey Ford. So let's go. CFL season is upon us. It's getting closer and closer as we're close to wrapping up the NHL season, but the CFL season is kicking off, which is great. Of course, MLB, NBA going on as well. We got tons of racing if you're into that. And we said it, Joaquin, on this show, we're going to do a lot of racing. We're both into it. So I know it's not for everyone, but just stick with us. You'll love it. You'll love it. Of course, River Hawks starting up soon as well. And we're giving away tickets to the Stingers who are well into their season. So lots of sports to get to, guys. A ton. Joaquin, today is National Grape Day. Do you prefer the green or the purple?
The liquid.
Or the vino?
I think green, actually.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a green grape guy. Coop?
Green, but frozen. You got to freeze the grapes. They're so much better frozen. Like the sweetness just comes out of them.
Oh, really? If you ever get a chance, like actual grapes, like vineyard grapes, 'cause they're small. My friend that lives in Kelowna, he has them just growing like in the back of his house, and you can just grab them, and they're in big bundles, and you just pop them. They're unbelievable.
Like Concord grapes, or no?
No, well, I don't know what type they're called, but they're like grapes that you see when they're making wine or whatever. It's a different type of grape that grows there. But
grape Kool-Aid.
We pick up some grapes, and they're like the smaller ones, the purple ones at the farmer's market. They're so delicious.
They might be there, yeah.
I just
so National Grape Day?
National Grapes Day.
You ever make wine?
I've never tried, no.
No?
No.
I thought I'd see you out there stomping grapes.
I don't think I need that in my life.
No?
No. I'd just buy it.
It's kind of fun to make it. I make my own beer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to look into it and everything you need and all that, right? So,
yeah, the startup costs, but then you've got like liters at home that...
I'm trying to think.
Because I think right now, if I buy the kit, I have all the stuff. For me to make like 40 liters is like $20 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a big grapes guy when it comes, like it's not my top fruit, but I do like the green ones better. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
You get them on charcuterie boards too, right?
Right.
With the cheese and the...
I think because when I was a kid, I grabbed a red grape and there was a seed in it, and I ate it, and it threw me off. So every time I eat a red one, I'm like, is there a seed in this?
That's the seeds, right?
That's the seeds, yeah.
Norm in the Combine says, I want to hear him sing, but I also want to see Gage dance.
When do I dance?
I don't know.
That's EST After Dark.
It truly is. It truly
Although
is.
my wife's starting speaking of dancing, my wife's starting a new kind of venture.
Okay.
So with all my daughter's outfits and with the dance outfits for people in the studio, she bedazzles them, like puts all the beads and glues them and stuff, and makes designs and makes sure when the light hits it a certain way, it sparkles. Yeah. She's doing people's. I guess there's like actual pole dancing events.
Oh.
with people, and they have like outfits. This isn't like the
I know.
So my wife's doing a bunch of outfits for people.
Nice.
There's
she does them for your daughter's dance, right? Yeah.
So,
Gage your dances when Hernan sings. Well,
okay.
Yeah. This one's on the River Korean box. Says, where'd it go? Hell yeah, Coupe. Concord grape slap from Warren.
Underrated. You didn't give any love. You just said, what do you like, the green or the purple?
Well, I don't know.
And then
like
there's red, and then I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know.
You like
didn't mean it.
cherries?
No,
yeah.
Can't stand them. Every time you go to the Okanagan again, everyone's grabbing these cherries. I can't stand cherries.
What's your favorite fruit?
Avocado a fruit?
No. I love avocado.
Is it not? It has a seed.
Are you sure avocado's not a fruit?
Look it up.
It's a fruit.
I'd have to say avocado's a fruit, isn't it?
Avocado. Well, yeah. You're right.
Because tomatoes are technically fruits or whatever they say.
It's got to be avocados. They're the best.
Okay, but pick like another fruit.
Oh, you're like the
pick a real fruit.
I had avocado this morning, actually.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? I'll have to go limes then.
Really?
Love limes.
I love pineapple.
Pineapple's good. Oh no, you know what? Watermelon's a fruit, right?
Yeah.
I'll go watermelon.
Pineapple. What's your worst fruit?
Cherries.
Cherries, eh?
Yeah.
What's mine? Mine's probably
like kiwis.
I love kiwis.
Kiwis are good.
I love grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
I'll probably say the worst fruit for me is probably pears.
Peppers.
Oh, you don't like pears? I don't mind
it's
a
not
pear.
that I don't like them. I just
Yeah. What about what about a nectarine? I would have to say nectarines are my favorite.
Nectars are good.
Yeah. And limes are up there because I squeeze them and put them in tequila.
When you go to South America, man, and you get the fresh fruit like the peaches and plums, oh my
They're just leaking all down.
Oh yeah, your hands.
Yeah, it's just all sticky. Guess you're not really wearing a shirt either, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Shut up. Do you like that? What is it? The one that's weird, and you kind of open it up, and it's got the little.
Pomegranates.
Yeah. Do you like that?
I hated them as a kid because my mom always used to put them in my lunch. It would take me the whole lunch hour to eat this thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'd hate it.
I love peaches.
And you all stained and stuff. You look like a vampire after those things.
Peaches are awesome.
I'd have to say nectarine.
Do you like
no
plums?
love for kiwis?
Yeah, we just said kiwis. Coop.
Plums.
I'm not listening, I guess.
Plums are good when they're nice and a little bit sour. Oh,
yeah.
Jay Strongside says tomato with seasoning salt. In like the Spanish culture, I know a lot of people that eat it that way.
Yeah, well, the sliced tomato, a good olive oil, balsamic, shaved parm.
Okay, but you're taking it. But I can never eat a tomato just grab it and just take a bite. No, it's weird though. It's just like a weird thing because I can chop it up and still eat it. Yeah,
we'll eat tomatoes live on the show.
Van Allen says, "Oh, Hernan, a properly ripened pear is top 5. I'm sure it is, but I can't enjoy all the fruits, right?
No.
Oh. You like mango?
Yeah, my daughter likes. I had to buy a bunch of mangoes for her. That was her snack for competitions, so we bought a bunch.
Nice.
Those are good. Hard to cut though. I don't like effort in having to cut it all up.
I just want to eat my fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost worth it just buying the
ones
pre-made.
That come like an assorted.
Yeah.
I like those too.
And then just pop those in.
Because they have the melon and the cantaloupe.
The honeydew. I like the honeydew. Yeah, those are good. Those are really good.
Those are really good. It's I don't know why we're talking about fruit, but
it's
here we
National Grape Day. We've expanded on this.
Okay, so in Chile, the honeydew, you know when you get it whole?
Yeah.
So what they do is you cut out the top. Okay, you cut it out. Put white wine in there. A little bit of sugar. Put white wine in there. Okay, a little bit of what's left.
Mm-hmm.
You close it. You put it in the fridge for about 2 hours. You bring it out and then you drink. It is fantastic, Joaquin.
Wow.
We should. You know what? Maybe I'll make one this summer. We'll bring it in here.
I think that's a good idea.
Did you say coconut?
The only bad thing is in Chile, like it's like you're with your family, so everybody drinks out of the melon.
No.
So like I don't think we.
Oh,
here.
yeah. I mean, we're not kissing, but
no,
it's fine. Just make 2. I mean, it's fine.
Make 3, 1 for each, and we'll be under the table.
We got that big bottle of Bacardi over there.
Hey, we got to pop that open.
I know.
Are we waiting for the Oilers to win the cup?
Ooh, is that
was
cup?
Penner's Pancakes.
Maybe that's it. That doesn't get cracked until the Oilers win the cup.
Yes, let's go. I'm not even.
I shouldn't be saying that. It's kind of dusty. So
I'm not even a Bacardi guy, man. Jen says cherries, honeydew, melon, and cantaloupe, and she put a barf emoji. Okay. Baggio, how can you hate cherry? Oh boy. Yeah, it's great stuff. Anyways, it's National Grape Day, so have some grapes.
Have some grapes.
You can have a glass of wine. That counts. That's probably what I will do after my run.
With some Camel Smokes.
We got to get out of here. Thank you for joining us today on the audio stream, watching us, the thumbs up. You guys are the best. It's a nice little off day for the Oilers here as they're up 2-1 in the series. Everybody's feeling good because they're playing so damn well. Outside of that second period, it was a little dicey, but Stuart Skinner did his job and stood on his head. We're all over it tomorrow for Game 4, guys. We're all over it. We'll be live from Popeye, so it should be another fun day here on Edmonton Sports Talk. For Coupe, for Joaquin, I'm Hernan Salas. Coming up next, it is Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne. They got Luke Gazdick coming to join them. 3 to 6. Keep it locked here on Edmonton Sports Talk. There we go. I was waiting for the music. We're out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. We love you. Chowders.